Hello my lovelies, welcome back on my channel, or welcome to the journey if this is your first time joining. My name is Willow and I react to music. I don't know why my hands were like, I react. Jazz hands. I highly doubt that what I will be reacting to today is in fact jazz, but I've got a Patreon request from Heath and they had a whole concept. Since this is for the month of July, they were like, this is the 7th month, so I've got a band for you. It's called 7 Spires, you know, 7th month, 7 Spires. I like it. So I will be reacting to the song. It is called Love's Souvenir and I believe I got the video. Yeah, the official video, so I'll be jumping straight into it. But if you also have a request for me, you can leave it in the comments below, of course, but I tend to do Patreon and Ko-fi first, so the links to both of these will be in the description below. Oh. You know what, maybe I was wrong. Sounds jazzy to me. I feel like it will take a turn there. Ooh. Behold the proof it wasn't just a dream. My mind is some museum of things. Wow, I love the drawings. My bones a mausoleum for my grief. Somehow oh, I'm loving this. A child chasing love through high esteem. No resting on my laurels. There's just die or win. Sequestered in the dark, afraid to be. So very near. Ooh. Oh, not what I was expecting, but gorgeous. I wish I knew what came before these castle walls. I wish I could remember how to be. But in the winding darkness of those chasmal halls, there's not a single echo left of me. So very there is no poetry in rotting away. Oh, the whole choir. Oh! Holy shit. Ooh. Oh. It's like opera singing at the same time. Oh! chills. It's like, oh. Oh. I don't want to cry. Oh. It's just so good. Oh. It turned into like a horror film at the end. I had to take a breath. I had to like take a little moment. At the end, like the whole, I mean, not even at the end, maybe like almost like halfway, yeah. For half of the song, mostly. I was like overwhelmed. I was just like, you know, taking everything in. I kept having chills, like waves of chills. You know when they're so intense, like the chicken skin almost is so intense that like you feel it like it hurts almost. Like it wasn't hurting me, but it was like I wasn't only feeling the chills, I was feeling the skin being like spiky. This was a lot, but I loved every second of it. So okay, if I try to take it back, I thought it was going to go heavy when the violin and the bass, I guess after the first chorus, I thought it was going to go heavy after the first chorus, and I was like, ooh, it's happening, and then it didn't, and then I was like, oh, all right, but like, I was like, okay, so like, where are you taking me? I was intrigued, and I loved where it took us, because like, when it does eventually get heavy, because I was waiting for it, like, I was, you know, if it never did, if it was like in the style that it was at the beginning, with just kind of like a bit more orchestral and with like the bass, I loved that they used like the big bass. I loved it. It was going like ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Gave it such a like unique vibe. Even if the whole song would have been like that, like a little slower, I would have loved it anyway. So I love that part. But then it like took it like all the way to the heavens. When I said I was overwhelmed, it was because like there was like not even that so much at the same time was happening, but it's like every time a new idea would come in or even come back, like that guitar solo, there was at the same time, it must have been bass, maybe another guitar even, I didn't fully pay attention, but it was a lot to grasp. Like I said, there was another like really interesting line at the same time, and like I could hear both kind of like on the same level. So it was like the guitar goes there, and you go like, oh, but at the same time there's this other thing that you're like, oh wait, but I want to listen to that, that's nice. And like it did that for like many things. Like when I went, there's also opera singing in the background, like kind of a bit more subtle, but you can hear it, and then you that's how it felt. I was like, oh, this is nice, and then wait, but there's also something else that's also really nice happening at the same time, and then it takes you somewhere else, and it's like, oh wait, but there's something else happening at the same time that's also really, really nice. It was kind of a lot. It was kind of overwhelming in a good way, in the best way, because now it's like, I want to go back. Like this, like it felt great. It felt amazing. Maybe I felt like crying because I was overwhelmed, but it was also really emotional. And not in the like the typical emotional you would think of, like not in the extremely sad, but you could feel that sort of like despair. I don't even really know what all of the lyrics really are. I couldn't hear because there's too much to focus on. Oh my god, wait, I feel like I'm such a mess right now. So I'll have a look through the lyrics, but I want to get through. I had so many thoughts going on, and I was like, I can't pause. Like there was so much I wanted to say throughout the song, but I don't like pausing, and it's a bit of a mess for me to edit, so I don't pause usually. But I was like, I need to say so much right now. I forgot half of it now. That's what happens. That's what happens. Loved the video entirely. Like it was also like you could feel the despair, like in the song, but like in the performance itself, also in the video. The whole moment when she's looking at the choir and she's like confused, like I don't know. That did something to me. I was like, wow, like there's just so much conveyed in her face and in the, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I'm getting the chills again. The chills. Look at that. Look at fucking that. Jesus. A lot of the times when people are like, I'm getting the chills, and they show, and I'm like, I can't see shit. Did you see that? I mean, it's leaving now. That was crisp. That was crisp. Her voice, fucking amazing. I like that it was very kind of soft at the beginning, and then she does take it like a bit more. She does open up a bit more, but then it still stays like a bit restrained. And then when she adds that sort of grit to it, and it's just like, oh my god, and then she goes into screaming, it's like, oh my gosh, and then the drums. This was great. This was a journey. Behold the gallery of love souvenirs. Behold the proof it wasn't just a dream. My mind is a museum of things held dear. Wow. The poetry, and in the video as well, like that was just beautiful to watch. And at the end, when it's all burned, somehow I lived a decade each passing year. Whoa. A child chasing love through high esteem. No resting on my laurels. There's just dire win. Sequestrated in the dark. Afraid to be. I love it. So bury me. Yeah, I was at the end. She goes, so bury me. Forget what the exact melody was, but oh, there's no poetry in rotting away in bed, rotting in my regrets. Oh, I'm reading this, I'm getting the chills again. I'm like, I don't know, I guess maybe I can relate to some extent. I wish I knew what came before these castle walls. I wish I could remember how to be, but in the winding darkness of those chasmal halls, I don't actually know that word. Chasmal? I guess, because it's chasm, isn't it? Alright, I don't like it. Anyway, there's not a single echo left of me. Whoa, so bury me, blah blah blah. Define the line where loathing and longing lie, where I flinch from touch, where I crave too much. Paralyzed in crumbling foundations, captured by ghosts of speculations. Trapped, it's like every word is such like a vivid image, and so like the whole like sentence or lyric makes it like it's so vivid of an image. Wow. Trapped in time, cadavers keep the score, ashamed in desperation, in throes of trepidation, a flight of preservation, a blight upon my heart. Love Souvenir. Contrite. Oh, okay. Oh, that's like the choir bit is like in full Latin. Contritus es ultra determinatio. I'm not even gonna. What does it mean? You are broken beyond measure. It will never be enough. The world is better without you. Oh, okay. I understand now. Where she was looking at them like, excuse me, the fuck? Like, what? What are you saying to me? Interesting. So it's like, I guess that's like what's going on in her mind. like the voice that keeps being repeated. I don't know, the voices. Absolute masterpiece. I need more. This was brilliant. You know how like there's so many, you know, most people who love metal tend to also like classical music, or like a lot of metal musicians have studied classical music. It shows in so many ways, sometimes in like, you know, the guitar and like the technique and that sort of stuff, but it can be quite subtle. But in this case, you know, because it like encompassed so much of like, because I guess it was a bit symphonic as well, like it had so many elements of it. So I really loved that. But it wasn't like fully, like it wasn't your typical symphonic metal, and I like that. I don't know, it was because at the beginning, like with the bass, sounded like a bit jazzy to me, and I was like, okay, what are we in? Like there was a lot in there, brilliantly written, every bit of it. Like it was almost like a symphony as well, like not a symphony, but there were like different chapters of like the song almost leading to that intense ending of desperation, being like, fucking bury me already. Oh. And then she's like, I guess, burning the like memories that live in her head, because they're like, my mind is a museum of things held dear, and it's like her in her mind, like burning them, kind of being like, I don't want to actually think about those things I hold dear because they cause me grief. But like, you know, which is like such, I feel like it's a feeling that everyone can relate to some extent, you know, a lost love in this case, I suppose, lost friendship, lost a fucking cat or dog, you know. Anyway, I feel like I've said what I had to say mostly, so I feel like I'm just gonna keep repeating myself, because I'm like replaying the song in my head and like replaying the bits, and I'm just like everything's coming back. But I feel like I've said the gist of it. So anyway, I need more immediately. So if you have if you know any more of these songs, any more songs from this band that you think I should react to, anything similar or even really different, like, I'm well intrigued, I'm well interested. You can write it down in the comments below. Or like I said earlier, you can check out my Ko-fi page also for suggestions and the requests, linked in the description below. But thank you so much, Heath. I fucking enjoyed that. That made my fucking day. I'm going to work later on, and I'll be blasting that in my headphones. I mean, hopefully it doesn't make me too emotional. I feel like it'll put me in like a witchy mood, and that's the mood I need to be for work. So perfect. It's perfect, actually. So yeah, thank you so much, Heath, and I'm looking forward for your next Patreon request. That's already in my list, coming soon. If it's anything this good, I am so excited. So anyway, if you guys would also like to leave me a request on Patreon, and in doing so you get early access to these videos and access to more content as well, you can check it out also in the description below. And I also have another channel on which I love to talk about witchcraft and ghosts and spooky things. So if you're into that, check out my other channel, also linked below. And I also have a podcast. But anyway, for now, I shall go on my merry way, listen to this song again immediately. Okay, bye!